presentation of Fox Sports.
We are the Fourth. We are the Fourth.
Last night, Josh Willingham continued his torrid start with a bases-clearing double in the seventh, leading the Minnesota Twins to a 5-4 victory. Tonight, the Rays send big game James to the hill, searching for his third consecutive victory. Rays Twins start now on Sun Sports. We welcome you to Tropicana Field and Rays on a Saturday night. As the homestand continues, the Rays home for 6. This is game 2 of the 3-game series between the Rays and the Minnesota Twins. Welcome inside the Trop with Brian Anderson. I'm Dwayne Stats. Todd Callis along in just a moment. Great to have you looking in. Well, the Rays dropped the first game of this series last night as the Twins came from behind. And tonight, a great pitching matchup. James Shields, big game James Shields. He has certainly been that the last 2 times out against the Detroit Tigers and the Boston Red Sox.
Yeah, he's been on stage, and he's needed to be. You know, you go up to Detroit, he's matched up against Justin Verlander. He goes 8 innings, gives up 2 earned runs, is able to pull out the win in that game, and then was even better his next time out. Goes to Boston, pitches into the 9th inning, doesn't give up a thing. Another classic duel that James Shields and the Rays won 1-0. And the way that he's been able to do that, completely unpredictable. Any pitch, any side of the plate, in any count. Look for that to continue tonight.
And the starting pitching matchup presented by your Southern Ford dealers. It will be James Shields looking for his 3rd win, coming in 2-0. And he is opposed by the veteran right-hander, 36-year-old Carl Pavano. He is an innings eater in this rotation for the Minnesota Twins, in with a record of a win and a loss. The Rays and the Twins moments away. When we return, a look at Evan Longoria through the eyes of Todd Callis. Back in a moment.
Up before this Saturday night game, Twins and the Rays from Tropicana Field. Saturday night, game 2 of a 3-game series. Longoria is a guy who, last year at this time was battling injury, and it kind of lingered throughout the first half. He never wanted to use it as an excuse, but this year you can see a whole different guy from the start of the season, using the whole field. Going back to that series in Toronto, base hit to right field here. He would have 3 hits on this night, 1 to each field, including a bolt right here, 441 feet off Henderson Alvarez, off the facade of the Windows restaurant. That was a shot. And then last night, broke the 2-2 tie as he cleared his hands with his 2-run home run over the wall to left field. Unfortunately, the Rays could not hold on to that 4-2 lead, but Evan Longoria has been rolling lately, hitting .400 with 7 RBIs in his last 4 games. And we've caught up with Evan. We mentioned after our Toyota trend how health for him seems to be the big difference from last season.
I'm healthy, and that's always been the biggest thing for me, is just trying to maintain my health and let everything else take care of itself. So I feel really good right now, but it comes and it goes, and try to ride the highs when you can.
He's been riding it lately as we get you ready for baseball. In 3 minutes and 1 second, we will have our first pitch. The Rays and the Twins. Carl Pavano from Minnesota, James Shields for the Rays. This is a good crowd here at Tropicana Field on this Saturday night. Wayne and BA with the call of the action right around the corner. Enjoy, everyone.
The Rays and the Twins meet in the middle game of this series. And we'll take a look at the starting lineup put together by Ron Gardenhire. Denard Span leads it off, followed by Jamie Carroll, and Joe Mauer's hitting third, playing first. Josh Willingham in left. Justin Morneau is the DH. Ryan Domit, the catcher. Danny Valencia hits seventh. Cleet Thomas, the number 8 hitter. And at second, the number 9 hitter is Alexi Casilla.
And taking the mound tonight for the Tampa Bay Rays, right-hander James Shields, coming off of a couple outings. Threw the ball extremely well. Last 2 outings combined, 16 in the 3rd inning, just 2 earned runs against 2 very good offenses, Detroit Tigers and the Boston Red Sox.
The numbers on James Shields. And Denard Span prepares to step in. He's hitting .333 on the year out of the leadoff spot. The first pitch of this game is a called strike. That first pitch presented by Pinch-A-Penny. right side. Picked up by Pena. Shields off the mound to cover is there to retire Denard Span.
Let's take a look at the Rays defense. Left to right in the outfield, Desmond Jennings, B.J. Upton, and Matt Joyce. Across the infield, third to first, Evan Longoria, Sean Rodriguez, Ben Zobrist, and Carlos Pena. Jose Molina will handle the catching duties.
Well, one away. Jamie Carroll, veteran infielder. He's brought some stability to the Minnesota infield. First pitch is a strike. Wally Bell calling the balls and strikes tonight. And Carroll was on 4 times last night. 2 walks, a single, a double. He scored 2 runs, had a stolen base. 1-1 the count. You're not going to believe what has been going on at Fenway Park, where at one point the Red Sox had a 9-0 lead, and now they trail 10-9 in the top of the 8th against New York. How about that?
It is getting warm in Boston.
Well, the Yankees at the end of 5 trailed 9-0. New York scored a run in the 6th. They had a 7-run 7th. And now they've picked up a couple runs in the 8th to take a 10-9 lead. Swing and a miss. That takes care of Carroll. Changeup got him. 2 up and 2 down.
Shields again, all the pitches to all the spots. That changeup down and in. Carroll swings right over the top of it. This is what has made him so effective here the last couple of outings. As a hitter, just extremely difficult to follow what he's doing.
Joe Mauer. All no strikes to Mauer. He was the DH last night and is at first base tonight. Shields falling behind him, 2-0. There's the strike. 2-1. Fly ball to the opposite side toward the corner. Jennings on the edge of the track makes the catch. 1, 2, 3 go the Twins. Rays are coming in to hit. No score. There's Jeff Neiman. His college teammate Phil Humber threw a perfect game today, by the way. both out of Rice University, and Umber threw a perfect game on the road against the Seattle Mariners. Starting lineup for the Rays brought to you by Lexus. Desmond Jennings leads it off, followed by Ben Zobrist and Carlos Pena. Evan Longoria, Luke Scott, and Matt Joyce down the middle. B.J. Upton hits 7th. Jose Molina 8th, and Sean Rodriguez at shortstop bats 9th.
Taking the mound tonight for the Minnesota Twins, right-hander Carl Pavano. He'll be making his 4th start of the season. Number right there. 3 walks.
And the first pitch is a strike on the outside edge, says Wally Bell. 1 strike. Desmond had a bunt single in the game last night. It's 1-1. Two and 1.
Yeah, I attempted to highlight the 3 walks. A little over 20 innings of work for Pavano. And that's the kind of pitcher that he's become. Moves the ball around, more of a finesse guy. Uses his defense.
Foul ball back. The count is 2-2. Yeah, he's a guy who will make adjustments from hitter to hitter and pitch to pitch.
Tries not to hurt himself with the unnecessary base runners. Move the ball around, sink it.
And cut the miss. He strikes out Desmond Jennings. 1 away.
Well, that's quality pitch there by Pavano. And this is who's going to be playing defense behind him tonight. In the outfield, left to right, Josh Willingham, Denard Span, and Cleek Thomas. Across the infield, third to first, Danny Valencia, Jamie Carroll, Alexi Casilla, and Joe Mauer. Ryan Domit be behind the plate.
Ben Zobrist. Pitch is inside. Ben hitting .217, but .300 against right-handed pitching. And he leads the American League in walk strong. Been very patient up there. Count is a ball and a strike. Madden putting Zobrist in the number 2 spot behind Jennings. The way he's been getting on base. Hoping to give Pena and Longoria another runner to try to drive in.
Good little slider there by Pavano after coming with the fastball in.
Into the dirt.
He was trying to go with the changeup there, but see, that's it. This is a good sequence in showing you what Carl Pavano, the kind of pitcher he is now. He comes fastball in, fastball away, slider down and in, then looking to throw the changeup. Constantly making you uncomfortable, not unlike James Shields.
2-2. And a full count. Yankees have added another run. It's now 12-9. New York. The Red Sox are down by 3 after leading by 9. At home against the Yankees. Ground ball back to the mound, and it's grabbed by Pavano. 2 outs. Meanwhile, pitching perfection earlier in the day. Phil Umber, the right-hander, had 9 strikeouts. He made 96 pitches in spinning that perfect game, the 3rd perfect game in Chicago White Sox history. The last one we were a part of when Mark Burley threw that one against the Rays. Charles Robertson threw one back in 1922. A perfect game. That was his rookie year. It's Carlos Pena. The pitch he takes, checking in time. 1 ball, no strikes. So congratulations to Phil Umber. It's A lifetime experience right there. One and 0 now. Well, there's 4 runs the Yankees have scored on doubles by Swisher and Teixeira, driving in 2 runs apiece. Off speed is low. 2-0 the count to Pena. Carlos comes into this game 1 of 11 lifetime against Pavano. That hit, you guessed it, a home run. This one through the infield and into right center for a base hit. Carlos grounds a single off that 2-0 pitch.
Well, we see a lot of teams play the shift on Carlos Pena. You see right here, this setup, Minnesota Twins, not much of a shift at all. It's a little bit surprising, too, because Carl Pavano, we talked about his transition from a guy that was more of a power pitcher, now more finesse. He gets a lot of ground balls.
Yeah, and that normal shift, as you would expect, he would have hit it right to the second baseman or the shortstop, depending on who they'd have over there. A lot of them have been playing the second baseman right there and moving the third baseman into short right field. But it turns out to be a base hit for Pena. The count to Evan Longoria is a ball and no strikes.
And that's where you've got a guy, Carl Pavano, who's in the mid 60% in ground ball, and you got to figure, you trust your pitcher to make his pitches and get that. And if you put the defense in the right spot, that's the end of an inning. And here we go. The Rays with an opportunity with Longoria at the plate.
Evan whips a popper, short right. Thomas coming in. Casilla out from second and makes the catch. He was a little unsteady there. Rays leave a man at the end of an inning. No score. You by H.H. Gregg. We go to the second inning. James Shields out there. The Yankees have just added 2 more. They've scored 6 in the 8th. And they now lead 14-9 after trailing 9-0 at Boston. With a strike to Willingham. Boy, if the Red Sox lose this game, it very well could be Valentine's Day massacre at Fenway Park after letting that 9-0 lead get away. That is 14 unanswered runs. 1-1 the count to Willingham. There you go. He held up. 2-1. Willingham got the big hit last night to extend his hitting streak. Doubled in 3 runs in the 7th. And the Twins took the first game 5-4. Now it's a 3-1 count. And ball 4 is high.
Now let's take a look at the Coventry Healthcare scouting report on right-hander James Shields. How about this breakout of pitches? That is not a typo. The changeup leading the way at 29%. The cutter then in there at 27, down to the traditional 2-seam, 4-seam fastball, and then to the curveball. And that, I don't know if those numbers are sustainable over the course of a season and staying with a mix like that, but that is what has made James Shields so effective his last couple of times out, is because he has been completely unpredictable.
Justin Morneau fouls this pitch. Makes a big cut. That's a strike. Morneau comes into this game 8 out of 23 with a home run against Shields' lifetime. 4 home runs for this season. First, Willingham back in. Morneau did not play last night. He fouled the ball off his right foot the night before their game against New York. Foul. 2 strikes. Morneau over the past couple of years, just a nightmare trying to get healthy. He collided with John McDonald's knee in July 2010, and that started the problems he's had with concussion, had head and neck problems. Pitch is down. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Prior to all that, he had a lower back stress fracture and wrist surgery. As far back as 2009, he's been a challenge physically for a very good hitter. Down to short. Rodriguez will take it to first. Well, Rodriguez had a potential double play ball right there, and he only gets 1. And Willingham is safely in at second.
Well, and I wonder too, obviously the play's not made cleanly, and that would have given him that opportunity to double play, but could you still have run to the bag right there and taken that out instead of throwing it over? I think that he could have beat Willingham to the bag here. Just run to the bag and take the force. Split second decision. Took the out at first.
So now the Twins have a man in scoring position. So that little bobble put enough doubt in the mind of Sean Rodriguez that he decided to play it safe and get the out at first. And let's see if Shields can pitch around this. Van Domet, the first pitch is a strike. So the Twins have the first scoring opportunity of the game. Away from Molina. Over to third goes Willingham.
We saw almost the same thing at James Shields' first start against the New York Yankees on a fastball that was down and away from Jose Molina. This one here, well, you got to come up with this. It's right there.
Yeah, there's no shift at all. There's a reach down for it. You got to protect that. Now a man at third.
With less than 2 outs.
Yeah. Pass ball charged to Molina. The Ground ball right side, bobbled by Pena. Shields gets over there to cover, and holding at third is Willingham.
Absolutely do not understand that decision whatsoever. James Shields, the way that he's been throwing the baseball, runs hard to come by. I would have absolutely assumed that the Minnesota Twins are going on contact. I mean, you got to take advantage of your opportunities when you get them. And here's the ball. Nothing. I'll tell you what, James Shields and the Rays will take that.
Well, the Rays get a little bit of a break there. It's Danny Valencia. That's a strike. You know, there's a situation where a base runner has got to put himself in a position to go.
Right.
I mean, you got a chance to get a run there, and Willingham was caught, and some indecision. So we've seen some indecision early here on the part of the Rays and the Twins. There's a strike.
You always have to anticipate, your secondary lead as you shuffle off. Anticipate the ball in the dirt, break, try to take that extra back. Anticipate the ball being hit and maybe breaking and scoring a run.
They say it's always the second day that jet lag gets you. Pitch is blocked by Molina, 1 and 2. Both these clubs got in about 4:30, 5:30 the other morning. This is the second day, and we've seen already indecision by Rodriguez, indecision by Willingham, a poor attempt by Molina. Well, you want to call it an attempt on that pass ball. So it might be jet lag. I don't know. Swing and a foul ball. So the count is still 1 and 2.
Well, the only thing that I will say is I feel stronger tonight.
Do you?
I do.
Yeah.
Last night I was in a fog.
No, I didn't pick up on that.
I feel crispy tonight.
Good. You look crispy. 1 ball and 2 strikes here to Valencia. And a tap foul. Shields trying to pitch around this situation here in the second. Swing and a miss. He got him. Shields on the changeup, strikes out Valencia. And the Twins leave a man at third. We're still scoreless through an inning and a half.
Love the artwork. Scoreless ball game here at Tropicana Field. Well, tonight's game and all season long, Tires Plus will donate $100 to the Pediatric Cancer Foundation for every Tampa Bay Rays home run televised on Sun Sports and Fox Sports Florida.
Well, Luke Scott's going to lead it off. The Rays DH. Apparently he's had a manicure since that photo was taken. Luke hit 278. Pitch outside, 1-0, and he's donned that Wolverine look. It's getting serious now. It's a strike. It's 1-1. Scott followed by Joyce and then Upton. There you go.
That could get dangerous.
Yes, it could.
Better know when to retract.
That's good advice. Pitch with a strike on the inside corner. 1-2 now. And it's too low. So the count squares to Luke Scott. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Rays start the night. The 500 mark, 7-7. The count is full to Luke. Well, the Yankees had back-to-back 7-run innings. 7 in the 7th and 7 in the 8th. Cut the miss. Scott is out on strikes. One away. Let's check in with Todd now. Todd?
Hey, Dwayne, we have a roster move today for the Rays. Reed Brignac will be heading to AAA Durham as he was optioned down there. A chance to play shortstop every day. And then Brandon Allen will report to the Rays. He did report to the Rays this afternoon. Said he was happy to get a second chance with a new organization. He will wear number 19. Said he didn't know too many of the players on this team, although he does know B.J. Upton because he used to room with Justin when he played with Arizona, guys.
All right. Matt Joyce. Pitch inside. Allen can play first base in the outfield. He's got some pop. If you look at his minor league numbers, they're pretty impressive. And he's had some big league time. So here he is, giving the Rays a little power right now on the bench. He's out of Conroe, Texas. Actually, he's from Montgomery, Texas. That's where the state flag of Texas was made. And he went to high school at Montgomery High. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The Montgomery Bear. And the University of Houston wanted him to play linebacker for them, and he decided to play baseball instead. Joyce out front is out on strikes. A change up.
Anything else?
Just sort of our neck of the woods there. Montgomery.
Carl Pavano, steady diet of changeups in that at bat to Matt Joyce and gets him on one way below the zone.
Pitch outside, B.J. Upton. B.J. back in the lineup last night. 0 for 3 and good lifetime numbers against Pavano. Ground ball headed into center field, and there's a base hit. So B.J. Upton on a 1-0 pitch gets his first hit of the year. After missing the first couple of weeks of the season with that lower back soreness, he's aboard.
You see coming in, and B.J. does a nice job of just staying down and through that baseball. Not a pitch that's necessarily going to be able to drive, but boy, oh boy, B.J. can put that on the ground, let the wheels go. They got an opportunity here to put him in motion. 2 outs.
Jose Molina bounces it back into the screen for a strike.
You know, this is a guy, Carl Pavano, the last 3 years, 24 stolen bases given up last year, 31 in 2010, 33 in 2009. I mean, this is the perfect opportunity for BJ to try to get into scoring position.
And Molina is in just a handful of at-bats, but he's had success against Pavano. He's 3 out of 7 against him. So why not? And BJ was thinking about it right there as Pavano goes to first. About to get serious.
I was going to say, he's doing a little more than thinking about it, that jab step.
And Molina's hit by the pitch. So Molina, for the second time this year, hit by a pitch. He heads to first. Upton moves into scoring position.
Two-seamer here. See where it gets Jose. That back forearm. Dominick's trying to say that hit the bat. And Wally Bell very definitive in the call.
Yeah. Molina made sure that Wally Bell knew that it hit him too. So he's at first. Upton in scoring position, and Sean Rodriguez, likewise off Pavano, 3 out of 8 with a home run in his career off this veteran right-hander. And the pitch is popped up short right. Casilla out, Thomas in, and Casilla's going to make this catch as well on a popper into short right field. Rays lead 2, no score.
Experience the excitement at Tropicana Field with Rays season tickets and enjoy exclusive benefits, including the best seats, biggest savings, and postseason privileges. With a variety of plans available and special payment options, you can be a part of the team today. Call 888-FAN-RAYS or visit RaysBaseball.com. Rays
and the Twins in the middle game of their series. Again tomorrow afternoon, and then starting Tuesday night, the Angels will come calling. Here's Cleet Thomas, and Thomas not expecting the fastball first pitch. A little late right there, strike one.
Or a couple of fly balls out in shallow right field. Lexi Casilla electing to go out there and take some balls that we both felt that Cleet Thomas should have had.
And this pitch is in there. Curveball, 0-2. Shields 7 of 8 in first pitch strikes to start this game.
makes your pitches as well as Shields has his last couple of times out, and you're constantly ahead of hitters. I mean, that's just a deadly combination. You can do just about anything you want, and that's exactly what we've seen from him.
Strike 3 call. Boy, Shields worked Thomas over right there. That's pretty classy.
Yeah, I mean, that's just utter dominance without throwing 99 miles an hour. You see this, the backdoor cutter. You know, this is a pitch that James Shields has had in the repertoire for, you know, a couple of years. However, the last couple of ball games, you go back to the Boston game and then the early part of this game, he's throwing it harder. That was a pitch for him that was in the 87, 88 range, and the break was a little bit bigger. Now that cutter at 90, 91, he's getting it up to, taking down the break on it to just a couple of inches.
Casillas sending a fly ball into right. Joyce is right there for it. Well, Shields, last year, his emergence, we talked about the number of wins he had last year. He easily could have been a 20-game winner with the way he pitched. And he's really gotten to the point where he is really fun to watch. From a pitching perspective, if you want to come to the ballpark, sit down and watch a major league pitcher work, this is the guy you want to see. He is special.
Could not agree more.
Bernard Span takes the first pitch, and there's a strike. Started him with a breaking ball. Ground ball through the middle. Past Shields and into center. Upton returns it. Fastball grounded back into center.
Well, a couple of things on that pitch. First of all, first at bat by Denard Span, he went fastball away and then cutter in and got the little dribbler over to Carlos Pena. Now he comes back again with that cutter. He just got him out with him in the first at bat. This one does not get in there, and that's the one danger with that pitch. If you don't locate it, it can be hit. Be hit for damage. Denard Span, who had seen it earlier, just takes it right back up the middle.
So Denard Span aboard with 2 outs for Jamie Carroll. Quick move over to first. Span back in. Span 2 of 2, as you see right there in the stolen base attempts. Keeping him close. And that's the other thing with Shields being so good on the mound with that pickoff move and stopping the running game. Here you are early in a game, no score. Every runner over there is important to him. Ground ball back to the mound. And the toss to first. No runs, a hit, 1 left. Home half of the third coming, no score.
Pinellas Education Foundation is part of a big night here today at Tropicana Field. We have Jack Critchfield, former chairman of Pinellas Education Foundation. We also have Leah Flores. She is the executive vice president of Wells Fargo and a board member on the Pinellas Education Foundation. First of all, Jack, tell us about this program starting, what you guys were trying to accomplish, and how much it's grown.
Well, it's 20 years now that we began the Doorways program. Actually takes stock in children. And the business community and the community leaders who made up the foundation directors knew early on that we have a lot of bright young people in the school system who, for whatever reason, don't look forward to post-secondary education. And we felt if we could raise the funds and make a commitment to them and to their parents, that if they continued to study and did well, that they would have an opportunity for college. And it's grown simply because the need is there. And the need is partially filled by this effort.
Yeah, it's been an amazing program. Leah, can you talk more about the Doorway Scholarship Program and how it's continued to be such a big part of Pinellas Education Foundation?
Absolutely, thank you. So the Pinellas County Education Foundation is the leading organization in Pinellas County, really helping to support both public education and Pinellas County schools. We act as a conduit for community support as well as volunteerism and grant support and that type of thing.
Well, it's been quite a combination because the Rays have been very much involved. Pinellas Education Foundation guys. And Jack, of course, is very familiar to a lot of Rays fans that watch TV because he is right behind home plate with his wife, Mary, for all the home games. So you're one of the best fans, and you have been truly a part of history here with the Rays organization.
Well, it's been a labor of love, needless to say. Let me mention one more thing about the 20-year anniversary. A very important part of this is mentorship.
Yep.
And the people from the community, the business community, and a lot of retirees who mentor these students to not only lift them up and give them courage that they can go forward and succeed, but give them somebody to lean on. It's extremely important, and the foundation can always use more.
Yeah, it's a great message. Jack, Leah, thank you very much. Dwayne, back to you.
Todd, thank you very much. Ben Zobrist up here. On strike the count as Jennings had bounced out third to first to start the bottom of the third. That Doorways program, a great program. And Todd's right, Jack, fixture in regard to Rays baseball. And he was a big part in the early days of trying to get baseball here to Tampa Bay. And remains involved on a nightly basis. Tap foul. Zobrist on the count of 1-2. Pavano, 36 years old, had 107 wins in the major leagues. 9-13 last year. 2-2 the count. He pitched over 220 innings a year ago for the Minnesota Twins and gave up more hits than any other pitcher in the league. He gave up 262 hits, but he didn't walk many people. And that is a big part of his game. It's his career breakout, 107 and 103. A strike on the outside part of the plate. He slipped that one on the corner past Ben Zobrist.
Now this is when Carl Pavano is so tough with that pinpoint control. Watch this. That may have been just a hair off the plate, but boy oh boy, when you continue to pound the strike zone, sometimes that will widen up. He certainly benefited from the call by Wally Bell there.
Well, that reputation benefits him. And he got the call there. Here's Carlos Pena. And the pitch is a strike this time with Pena up there. Jamie Carroll is on the first base side of second. It's just about where Pena grounded that base hit his first time up. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nothing doing here for the Rays in the 3rd so far. Pena takes a big rip, fouls it. Fastball in around 88. Foul beyond George Hendrick and down toward the bullpen. Swing and a foul tip right back into the mitt of Doman. So Pena's out on strikes. We go to the 4th. Don't score. No score. The Rays and the Twins. Joe Mauer leads it off. Then Josh Willingham and Justin Morneau. The AT&T trivia question: what's a Twins record for longest hit streak to begin a season? Willingham will hit second. It's hit safely, and 14 to start this year. Joe Mauer takes the pitch low. So he's off to a great start to begin his stay as a Minnesota Twin. It's inside. 2-0. Two balls and a strike. Well, it's final in Boston. One hop off the glove of Rodriguez. He tried to play it off to his left, and Mauer is aboard. So Mauer is going to get a base hit out of that. It was sharply hit. You'd love to see Rodriguez make that play.
Oh, and I think that he probably should have, and I think that he'd be the first one to tell you that he should have. Yeah, hard hit, but you're a big leaguer. It's right there. One hop. Just not an easy play whatsoever. But I guarantee you that gentleman right there feels like he should have made it.
So Mauer is aboard here to start the fourth. Josh Willingham. Pitch is too low to hit. Willingham walked his first time. Shields and Pavano, the matchup tonight.
Gosh, that was it.
One ball, one strike. Cut to miss. 1-2. Low. 2-2. Red Sox out hit the Yankees 17-16, but they lose that game 15-9 after leading at one point 9-0. Ball. There was a lot of talk this winter in Boston about beer and fried chicken in the clubhouse, and tonight there will be a lot of talk about the use of 7-7 by the Yankees, as in 7 runs in the 7th and 7 runs in the 8th to come back and win that game.
Yeah, I mean, it couldn't get any worse for Boston Red Sox Nation.
Pretty close right there for ball 3. Count is full.
You think about that game, any game, that's going to be a disaster in that town. Then, who it's against, national TV, all bad.
Runner goes. Pitch is a strike, and the throw is not in time. Wally Bell, a delayed call. Willingham called out on strikes. And with Mauer on the move, Mauer picks up a steal. That's his second of the year.
Well, you know, it looked like Jose Molina got a little bit lazy on the throw here. Didn't go all the way through. See, there's no follow through, and that ball sails up and away. He just kind of flipped that ball out there and didn't really power it straight to second base. That allowed Mauer to slide in underneath.
Here's Justin Morneau. Grounded out to the shortstop his first time. And he strokes it into center field. Upton closing. He got it. Nice running catch by B.J. Upton, cutting to his right. Running a straight line right to that ball. Off the bat, it appeared it might have a chance to drop. And B.J. got over there.
Yeah, nice to see B.J. Wondered how long it was going to be before he had to get up on his horse and go after a ball. Get used to seeing that.
So 2 gone. Brian Doman up here now. Time granted as it was requested by Doman. Wally Bell walking away from the plate, calling time. Twins got Willingham as far as third in the second inning. Left him there. They got a 2-out single from Span in the third. Left him there, and now the base hit by Maurer to start the inning. He's at second with 2 outs. Ground ball over the head of Shields, and Rodriguez is there. Added a little shift to make that play. Bottom of the fourth coming, no score. Toyota. Visit your local Toyota dealer today for great deals on the amazing lineup of Toyota vehicles. Toyota, moving forward. By AT&T, the nation's largest 4G network. AT&T, rethink possible. By Buddy's Home Furnishings. And by Tires Plus. The plus is in everything we do. The Rays home, happy to be home. One of the more scenic places in the world, Tampa Bay, especially at sundown.
Gorgeous.
And here's Evan Longoria, Scott, and then Joyce. Evan popped to second his first time. Pitch is inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Two and nothing. Comes back with a strike, and it's 2-1. Pavano originally was drafted by the Boston Red Sox. It was back in '94. 2-2. Ball ran away from Longoria.
That looked more like a in between a slider and a cutter.
Swing and a miss. Even more away that time, and strikeout number 6 for Pavano. Let's take a look at the answer to today's AT&T trivia question. What's the Twins' record for longest hit streak to start a season? See Kirby Puckett back in '94 with 15. Willingham has a 14-game hitting streak right now. And Luke Scott takes the first pitch. That's a strike. Outside. 1-1. Pavano went from the Red Sox to the Expos. In fact, that was the deal in which Pedro Martinez was sent to Boston. 1-2 the count to Luke Scott. Pavano, a member of the Marlins. They went to the World Series in '03, and he won a game in that World Series. Pitch inside, and it's a 2-2 count on Luke Scott. Into Scott, and he fouls it away to stay alive. Two again to Luke, and he pops it up. That's a foul ball coming back and out of play. Pena singled with 2 outs in the first. Upton singled with 2 outs in the second. Molina was then hit by a pitch. Now 1 out, nobody on in the fourth. Another 2-2 pitch to Luke Scott. Puts it on the ground, foul outside of first. Pavano had some serious Cy Young consideration in 2004, and then wound up going to the Yankees. He had all kinds of injury problems there. Tommy John surgery in 2007. Another foul ball, this one deflecting off Ryan Doman. Scott has extended this at bat.
Change it. Speed there. Scott out in front, able to spoil it, and rattled the cage of Ryan Doman. It's like taking a ball at what, 80 some miles an hour, just throw it right off your face mask.
Yeah.
Thanks. Hey, I'll catch.
Yeah, that's right. 2-2 and a bouncer foul. So it'll be at least a 10 pitch at bat. Battle between Luke Scott and Carl Pavano. The left field corner. It's going to stay fair and will bounce off the wall. On his way to second with a stand-up double, Luke Scott. Well, that was a great at bat, and finally took it the other way. Sliced it toward the corner.
Yeah, that was. Luke Scott saw everything from Carl Pavano. Works the count deep. Fouls off a lot of pitches. Finally gets one that he can handle. And it wasn't a bad pitch either, as you see on Fox Tracks. That ball off the plate, but he stays right on it, head down. Slices that ball down into the corner.
So the Rays have Scott at second with 1 out for Matt Joyce. Joyce struck out on a changeup his first time. He's 4 out of 8, at least coming into this game. 4 of 8 lifetime against Pavano. And the Twins right-hander starts him with another changeup. It's taken low. Pinellas with 2 hits last night. He takes the pitch down. One of those hits, a home run. He got ahead in the count in the 5th. Hit his 4th home run of the year. Out to right center field. He's ahead 2-0 right now in the count. He takes a strike. 2-1. We saw shot Liam Pendrick there last night's starting pitcher, a young right-hander. It was pretty impressive.
Yeah, he did a great job of keeping the ball down, moving it around. Very rarely missed up. He did on that one pitch to Matt Joyce in a 3-0, 3-1 count.
There's a shot toward the right field corner, going to hook foul down beyond the bullpen mound.
And then the one to Evan Longoria, and they both were able to take advantage of it. But for the most part, he was living at the knees, frustrating these Rays hitters.
And he gets high praise from Bert Blyleven, comparing Pendrick to Brad Radke, the Hall of Famer, Bert Blyleven. He was all about competing, Bert Blyleven.
Still is.
Yeah, he's one of the best. How could you not like a face like that? Just a very affable Dutchman.
Yes. Always with a kind word on his way by.
2-2 hit on the ground. Gonna go through. Base hit. They're gonna have to stop Scott at third base. Luke with a little hamstring issue, still not running near top speed, and he had no chance to score. That ball slipped by Mauer and Casilla, and got into right field.
And perfectly placed here by Matt Joyce. Well, backdoor cutter, but it stayed up. Allowed Matt Joyce to get out and around it and hook it right into the hole. And Luke Scott with absolutely no chance to score there. See, taking it easy going into third base. I mean, that's probably 60-70% at best.
Well, here's BJ. Upton singled his first time. Takes a big cut and misses. Off speed pitch, and he took a big rip. 1 strike. Fouls this one back into the stands, right side.
You know, whatever Carl Pavano can come up with here that's nasty is what he's got to be looking to do. A lot of the instances, you know, you'd hope for that double play ball, but BJ Upton, he's tearing it at full speed. He's going to be tough to double up. You got to go for the strikeout here.
Ball down to third. Valencia goes to second. 1, first base 2. They get the double play. A 5-4-3 double play, and the Rays do not score. They leave a man. Pavano throws the double play ball, and we're still scoreless. Just for Men Auto Stop foolproof stat. Let's take a look at Justin Morneau. In recent years, you see him 05 to 09, average 151 games a season, but after that, just 75. Won the MVP in 2006. And just as the Twins hope they can count on Justin Morneau this season, you can count on Just for Men Auto Stop for foolproof results. Danny Valencia leading off, takes the pitch, breaking ball, 1 ball, no strikes. You know, through all of that, Morneau is still just 30 years old. They can get him back 100%, get the kind of production they got before. That would in and of itself be a major lift for this Minnesota ball club. He was driving in, he was hitting 30 home runs and driving in well over 100 runs every year for a run of about 4 straight seasons. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ground ball left side. That's scooped by Longoria, and it's thrown to first in time. Valencia is out number 1 in the 5th inning.
Nice play there by Evan Longoria, ranging over to the left, throwing back. You got to kind of contort your body a little bit when you're moving in that direction and make that throw. See here as he moves over, field that ball. Now you got to open those hips quick. Got throw on the run.
Now Thomas pops it up. Sean Rodriguez right there at shortstop. Thomas is out on the first pitch. Two outs. Alexi Casilla. Up on the pitch, takes it, it's high. Ball and no strikes. One and one. Scoreless game. The Twins have 2 hits. The Rays have 4. And Pavano. Fly ball, right field. Joyce to his left is there. 1, 2, 3. Go the Twins. We go to the home half of the 5th. No score.
Now, scoreless as we head into the bottom of the 5th inning. You know, we talk a lot about pitching in off the plate for purpose. How about this by Carl Pavano last inning against Evan Longoria? In off the plate, in off the plate. Now, there's 2 pitches. That's to start off the at-bat. Now he goes away, and then a couple that are sliding away, and you see the swings by Evan Longoria where he's just waving at that pitch.
Well, here's the first pitch to Jose Molina, and he hits it back into the corner, and it gets beneath the glove of Willingham, and Molina moves into second with a double.
Now, this is one that did not get to the outside corner, and Jose Molina was all over it. Hammers that ball down into the corner. Great start for the Rays.
Molina's 3rd double of the year. Rays pick up their 5th hit. Strike the count here on Sean Rodriguez. And Sean Rodriguez. There's a little punt. It's going to move Molina to 3rd. Valencia's throw to 1st. A sacrifice, scored 5-3. Valencia to Mauer. And the Rays get a man at 3rd base for the 2nd time tonight.
And why not? The way Shields is throwing the ball, scoreless game here. You see Sean Rodriguez letting that ball come to the bat, catching the ball. That's how you get it done.
Yeah, that's a great job by Rodriguez right there. Great instructional video.
Yeah, he didn't jab at it. He let the ball come in. He set the angle of the bat. Just let the ball bounce off of it.
So Desmond Jennings now the top of the order. The Twins bring up the infield a bit. Very close on the corners. Jennings looks at a pitch away. Desmond struck out and grounded out to 3rd. Fouled. 1-1. Rays have stranded 4 men. And Molina at 1st and Upton at 2nd. Left him on in the 2nd inning. Scott at 3rd. And Joyce at 1st when Upton grounded into a double play in the 4th. Now Molina's at 3rd. 1 out here in the 5th inning. Pena, the other man, left on, a 2-out single in the 1st, and he was left. Now the bunt is on, and it's caught by Mauer. Mauer caught the ball as it was bunted by Jennings, and the flip over to 3rd. They're going to double up Molina, and the Rays do not score. Well, they tried to bunt Molina home, and Jennings' bunt caught in the air by Mauer. And they take it across the diamond to end the inning.
game, Twins and Rays, as his opening day starters on a nice 16 1/3 inning scoreless streak. And he talks about how James Shields has really become the leader of this squad.
He's been incredible. I mean, it's been over a year-long stretch now where he's pitched extremely well in extremely big games. I was never a fan of the big game moniker because, you know, in our division and the way we play, they're all big. You know, tonight's very big. But he certainly has become the leader of the staff, and he hasn't been appointed or anointed the leader of the staff. He's become the leader of the staff via the way that he walks and via the way that he talks and, of course, via the way that he performs.
Back to Dwayne.
All right, thank you very much. And during that scoreless streak of 16 1/3, the Rays have managed to score just one run for him, and that was that RBI walk by Longoria. So hardly any support at all, but that's nothing new. 1-1 the count to Denard Span. It's popped up left side. Longoria and Rodriguez angling out. Evan in foul territory makes the catch. One away. So we've got a scoreless game going here in the 6th inning. Toronto has a 4-1 lead at Kansas City in the top of the 5th, and the Blue Jays decided on 21-year-old right-hander Drew Hutchison for their 5th starter, and he's making his big league debut in that game tonight against Kansas City. Blue Jays started the day 7-6. The Rays 7-7. Carroll making that pitch, and on the bat as if to bunt. The count is 1-0. Ball hits the mound. Glove by Sean Rodriguez, and his throw is in time. 2 outs.
Well, Rays fans, this is just a reminder that as you enjoy a cold one, you look forward to Miller Time later in tonight's game, brought to you by Miller Lite.
There's Joe Mauer. Outside. Mauer got credit for a base hit in the 4th inning, and also picked up a stolen base. Foul on the check swing. Rays dropping last night's game 5-4. Getting a stretch in which they're at the Trop 13 of 16 games. And trying to take advantage of that after that very tough 2 weeks to open the season. Home against the Yankees for 3 and then on the road for 10. Shot into right. It's going to fall in front of Joyce for a base hit. 2 out singled for Mauer. He's 2 out of 3.
Number 16.
Trying to come with that backdoor cutter. This one just catches a little bit too much plate. You see that sweet swing there. Joe Mauer with that nice left-handed stroke. Not as much power as you would expect out of a guy like Joe Mauer.
Yeah, you know, he's hit only 2 home runs at home at Target Field. The pitch is a strike to Willingham.
I think one of them was this year.
Yeah,
and it's been
the
open.
home run he has this year.
Yeah. He is a good hitter. Uses the whole field. That seems to be a recurring theme.
With good hitters.
That's right.
It's blocked there by Molina. A change up. The count is 1-1. singled with 2 outs. There's a strike. 1 and 2. Willingham was the difference in last night's game. He'd gone 0 for 3 until he doubled in the 7th inning to extend his hitting streak to 14, and with that double he drove in 3 runs. It's inside.
Now that was a cutter, trying to front door the cutter, and Jose Molina, watch his glove, try to pull the ball back towards home plate. Just ever so subtly to try to get the call.
Good idea.
That's right. Anything to try to help out your pitcher.
And Willingham goes down.
I don't know how that missed him. I thought that ball, the way that ran in there, gonna get him. Looked like it did.
It sure did. But
and he didn't act like it either. He
no.
sort of want to stay in there and hit. You see a lot of hitters, they'd be just assumed that it was going to be called and get up and head to first because that ball looked like it got him right on the thigh.
3 and 2. And this one is ball 4. I'm not sure. Did it hit him?
I think that got him too.
And it deflected off Molina. So he is hit by the pitch, and Molina got a little bit of that as well.
James Shields did not want Josh Willingham to get his arms extended. Steady diet inside there. Drop that elbow down.
Runners at first and second now with 2 outs. Willingham hit on the elbow, and Molina touched up by that. And Justin Morneau will be up here. This threat occurring with 2 gone. The first pitch a little bit inside. We mentioned earlier that Morneau was the MVP in 2006. He was the first Canadian-born player to win the American League MVP. He takes it low and in. 2-0. Larry Walker with the Expos, and then with the Rockies. In fact, when he went to the Rockies, Walker won the MVP. Canadian as well. Ground ball, and that is foul. 2 balls and a strike. Rays about hit the Twins 5-3, no score. Another close game between these two teams. Last couple of years, that's the way these two clubs have played almost every game. Full foul. Count is 2-2. And 2 strikes.
Trying to go with the backdoor cutter. This ball well off the plate.
3-2. Ground ball. That one is foul. You could see on that prior pitch, especially on the replay, Molina trying to do his part to bring that pitch in toward the corner. Ollie Bell wasn't buying. 3-2 again. And it's lifted back foul. Out of play. Now it's Morneau extending this at bat. Low for ball 4. The bases are loaded. Very close pitch there to Morneau.
Right at the bottom of the strike zone.
Wow.
Boy, Wally Bell had a good look at it. You see that ball right across the knees.
Fox track like the pitch. So they're loaded. Domet will bat. And that pitch is in there. A strike call. How about a curveball to start Domet? And they're going to get together on their communication here.
Yeah, well, very important. Can't have a mess up here. And this is the curveball by James Shields. Jose Molina expecting something else.
Yes, he was. One strike now. A tap foul. 0-2.
Boy, that was a good changeup there by Shields. A lot of late movement. It just took all the power out of the swing of Domet. He's fortunate that ball ended up foul because there would have been nothing on it. That would have dribbled out into the infield.
Rays have the shift on from Domet. It's down. Domet, a switch hitter and much more of a pull hitter as the Rays defensive alignment would indicate here from the left side. And more straightaway as a right-handed hitter. So they expect him to pull the ball when he's batting left-handed. 1-2. Fouls it right back into the screen. Holds the count at the ball 2 strikes. Extended inning here. The pitch is low. Up to 28 pitches now in this inning.
After seemingly innocuous start to the inning. 2 quick outs.
Yep. And it's 2-2 to Domet.
Needs to make one more big pitch.
And a line drive going to be caught by Longoria. He gave him a fastball and Longoria made a little leaping catch. Domet hit it right into the only defender on the left side where Longoria caught it. And the Twins leave the bases loaded. Ball game heads into the home half of the 6th. No score. matchup, Shields and Pavano. James Shields, 6 scoreless innings. Took him in the 6th, just 5 pitches to get the first 2 outs, 24 afterwards. Meanwhile, Pavano has shut out the Rays through 5. Picked up 6 strikeouts. The Rays have left 4. And with the Twins leaving the bases loaded in the top of the 6th, they've now stranded 6 men. Zobrist, Pena, and Longoria. You talk about Longoria being in the right spot. He was for the liner off the bat of Doman. And here's Ben. That's a strike. 0 for 2, out pitcher first, and was called out on strikes in the 3rd. Years ago, Pavano won 17 games. He was 17 and 11. Ball and 2 strikes. Made 32 starts that year. He made 33 starts last year. At 9 and 13. And there's a foul ball against Wally Bell. That sent Wally Bell retreating. Don't throw that one back into play, he says.
Yeah, no, not off the mask. Some bells getting rung at home plate. Willingham got hit twice. Molina took a ricochet off the ankle. Doman off the cage. Wally Bell.
Shields, 88 pitches through 6. Pavano's pitch is low. 2 and 2. And the pitch comes back and catches the strike zone. Zobrist out on strikes.
Well, get in on the action with exclusive on-field seating in the Papa John's bullpen box. Available dates are going fast, so act now to make your group reservation behind the Rays bullpen by calling 855-GROUP-TB or going online at RaysBaseball.com.
Gotta have cake. Birthday. Hey, that's a nice looking cake.
That is.
Well manicured infield. Carlos Pena swings and misses. Strike 1. Pena has singled and struck out. Carlos asking Wally Bell about the location of that pitch. He says, was it low? He said yes. There's a strike around the knees. And was that one low? Bell said no.
I was going to say, very similar to that first pitch. It was a little higher.
0-2 now. Just a piece of that one by Pena.
Boy, see how he gets you leaning? 3 straight changeups. That swing right there. The other 2 were quality, down and away in the strike zone. So Carlos Pena having to protect. He's got to go out after that pitch. All of a sudden, Carl Pavano will shoot one in. Just keeps working you back and forth, in and out.
Upstairs now. 1-2. Yeah, with the way Pavano pitches now, it's really a cat and mouse game.
Yeah. And when he is in command and has command, he can be very, very good, as we're seeing right now.
Two balls, 2 strikes. Yeah, we have 2 guys pitching tonight who have a very good idea, and they're executing their game. Two. He took a shot inside. That one stayed in. And a pitch that came back that got Zobrist looking, and now it's a 3-2 count. This turned out to be another good at bat by Pena against Pavano, who's tough tonight. Carlos has 1 of the 5 hits for the Rays, and he draws the walk. So the Rays get a base runner on the first walk of the night, issued by Carl Pavano. Boy, that was a good at bat for Pena.
Oh yeah, because the last 2 fastballs in particular were awfully close, just in off, and then he goes back out away and just misses.
Here's Evan. Popped out and struck out. Cut and a miss. Off speed pitch, had him out in front. Foul ball. Pavano change speed, sink the ball. He'll run it off the plate and have it come back and catch the plate.
You know, and he's trying a brand new pattern here again with Evan Longoria. You know, first time up, he got him on a pitch where Evan was reaching, hit a lazy fly ball to right field. Then he comes in off the plate the first 2 pitches of the at bat, and then right to the outside corner for the next 3 and strikes him out. Once again, moving that ball around.
This one up the right side.
And you see the indecision there by Evan Longoria on that swing, trying to protect, trying to figure out what Pavano is trying to do. Watch this swing. I mean, that's just an emergency hack to stay alive.
Carlos back in. Outside. Ball, 2 strikes. Tap foul. So the count is still a ball, 2 strikes. Scoreless game. Rays have 5 hits. They've drawn a walk. Twins with 3 hits. They've drawn 2 walks. Runner goes and the pitch is lined foul. It's out of play and count is still a ball, 2 strikes. Well, Pavano has not caught much of the plate with any of his pitches. In fact, he started a lot of them off the plate. They've come back and just picked up enough to to be in the strike zone.
Yeah, he has been throwing right to the corners all night long. And you're right, when he's missed, he has not missed out over the plate for the most part.
Pitch away. 2-2.
This is where guys like Jeremy Hellickson, James Shields, with the ability to throw that changeup in on a righty, it's a great time to use that.
Get back in at first. One on, one out. 2-2 the count to Longoria. Runner goes and the pitch is lined into left for a base hit. Pena makes the turn. He'll have to hold at second. Longoria singles. 2 men on with 1 out.
Now Joe Madden taking a look at some of those swings by Evan Longoria. Confidence for him to put the ball in play. He puts the runner in motion. Evan does a nice job of staying on that sweeper on the outside corner, lining it out into left field. Raise a little something going here in the bottom of the 6th.
Well, Luke Scott's going to be the hitter. Rick Anderson, the pitching coach, on the hill, talking it over with the veteran right-hander.
Well, bring a group of your family, friends, and coworkers to Tropicana Field and become a member of the Group Leader Rewards program today. You can earn rewards such as free Rays tickets, a Desmond Jennings autographed bat, and much, much more. For more information, visit RaysBaseball.com/Group Leader or call toll-free 855-GROUP-TB.
Ron Gardner has Alex Burnett, a right-hander, up in the bullpen. Pavano closing in on the 100 pitch mark. Well, Scott had a 10-pitch at bat in the 4th inning. It doubled up the left field line. Slashed one toward the corner, and he gets under this one. Sends a high fly ball to center. Pena back to tag. He's headed to third, and the throw is not in time. And trailing into second goes Longoria. Now Scott flies out, and both men move up.
And Carlos Pena had plenty of time to think about this because that ball was skied. Hustle there just does get in, and Evan Longoria, when he sees the throw out of the hand of Span, he knows he's moving up.
Good throw by Span.
All he could do.
The Rays have 2 men in scoring position with Matt Joyce due up, and they're going to walk him. Joyce 1 for 2 tonight. Will not get a chance to swing the bat. The Twins will walk the bases loaded with B.J. Upton's right-handed bat due next. It's an interesting matchup here with Joyce, who is 5 out of 10 lifetime, counting tonight against Pavano, and B.J., who's 1 for 2 tonight and 8 for 17 lifetime against Pavano.
Now, much like in the last at-bat when B.J. Upton came to the plate with runners on base, Carl Pavano will look to try to exploit the thought that B.J. Upton's going to be very aggressive here. Bases loaded, scoreless ball game, big moment. This is where hitters like to come up and make something happen. So as a pitcher, you try to slow the game down a little bit. Expect Pavano to do that here.
Now B.J. 1 of 2 on the night. Pavano out of the windup. And the first pitch, he throws him a strike. Off speed.
That's exactly what he's doing right there. First pitch changeup.
scoreless game. A swing and a miss. He followed the changeup with a fastball in the upper 80s.
And blew it right by him. And if you're B.J. Upton, you say, now what? There you go. This ball, a mistake out over the plate, just gets by B.J.
The 0-2. B.J. fouls it back. Walk to single and an intentional walk. The bases are loaded. And it's low and outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Romano getting ahead 0-2, and he's a couple of pitches to work with now.
For him to go back to that changeup right here.
The 1-2. And it's too low. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Now he's trying to make the perfect pitch. I've seen him do that all night. BJ slowly getting back into this count here.
2-2. And a soft liner into center, gonna fall for a base hit. Pena scores. Longoria scores. Ball gets away at third. Joyce heads to the plate. He will score. Into third goes Upton. Rays score 3. Well, he came back with a changeup and a soft liner into center. The Rays get 3 runs out of that.
Well, here it is. You see the grip. BJ just pokes that ball into center field and just drops it in front of Span. I think they got Joyce here at third base, but the ball deflects off of him. Once that gets by Valencia, Joyce is going to score. BJ is going to head up another bag.
So here's Molina now in what suddenly is a 3-0 ball game, which is fouled. So a base hit, 2 runs batted in, and the 3rd run scores on the error charge to Span when his throw hit Joyce and skipped away at third base. Joyce scored. Now a little ground ball to short. Carroll up with it. The throw to first in time. That retires the side. But the Rays scored 3 times. B.J. Upton with a big base hit, driving in 2, and the other run scores on the error. The ball game is through 6, and the Rays lead 3-0. to better health by your local Southern Ford dealers and by Checkers. Feast on. The Rays put 3 up in the bottom of the 6th inning. B.J. Upton with a big base hit, driving in a couple. And the error charged on the throw to third. Got the other run home, and the Rays and James Shields now have a 3-run lead. Shields with 17 and a third scoreless innings at work here. And he faces Manny Valencia, the third baseman. Pitch is up. 1 ball, no strikes. One and one. Two balls and a strike. Fly ball back into right. Joyce is there and makes the catch. 1 away in the 7th. Let's check in with Todd.
Dwayne, a huge crowd tonight. I think we're going to have our 4th crowd of over 30,000 this year. I'm up in the 300 section to tell you that tomorrow, first 10,000 kids 14 and under get this recycled cap courtesy of Mosaic. And it's part of our Earth Day, tomorrow's Earth Day, the big Rays initiative this weekend. But look at this. This is the 300 section. It's almost filled up. I've got to think we got 30,000 tonight. Back to you.
Yeah, they always have a lot of fun up there. That's a great spot. Todd, if he gets a chance, he'll spend as much time there as he does at any of the party decks. 1 strike the count here. Cleek Thomas, the hitter. It's fouled off the end of the bat. 2 strikes. An 0-2 pitch and a swing and a miss, and a pitch is wound up in the dirt. Throw down to Pena. Thomas is out, number 2.
Well, James Shields rebounding nicely after that top of the 6th. Minnesota Twins were able to load the bases against him after 2 quick outs. Boy, oh boy, a 3-run lead will do that.
Yeah, it took him 5 pitches to get 2 outs, and he wound up making 29 pitches in that inning. 2 outs here in the 7th. Alexi Casilla. The pitch is a strike. With the Rays scoring 3 in the bottom of the 6th. Upton with a big hit. It's in there for a strike. I'll tell you, Pena's at bat was a very big at bat with 1 out to draw that walk after getting down in the count. And that really started the Rays on the right track.
And really, the last 2 fastballs. Good strike zone discipline.
That's why he's off to such a great start at the plate for the Rays. 1 quality at bat after another one for Pena. Swing and a miss. Casilla out on strikes. Back-to-back strikeouts. 7th inning stretch time. 3-0 Rays. They lead 3-0. Before we get started, let's check in with Laura McKeeman. Laura?
Thanks, Dwayne. And of course, that 3-0 lead, thanks to B.J. Upton's big hit. He actually hit the Twitter world also earlier today. And he said, hey, he loves reaching out to the community. He went to St. Pete All Children's Hospital, visited with Dom, a 16-year-old with a life-threatening illness. He actually said that he was going to try to hit a home run for Dom. Didn't do that, but he still came up big. Guys?
Well, the Rays scored 3 times in the bottom of the 6th, and B.J. got the big hit.
I think Dom will take that.
Yep. John Rodriguez tapping one down to third. Valencia takes care of that. A new pitcher on the hill. Alex Burnett now in relief of Carl Pavano. Pavano gave up 3 runs, 2 earned, and 7 strikeouts. Walked just 2. Gave up 7 hits in the 6 innings he worked. Desmond Jennings. Pitch a little bit low. Ball to no strikes. That's a curveball from Alex Burnett, and that's something new for him this year. Swing and a miss. It's 1-1. Burnett primarily a fastball and a hard slider, but that curveball is an addition that he's broken out this year. 1-2. It's like a lot of these guys, he's thrown a curveball before, but not that much, and not something he had a lot of confidence in. Apparently he has a lot more confidence in it this year.
Yeah, you go home in the offseason, you say, what can I do to get better? You say, I've got this pitch, it's been inconsistent, it's short up.
At deep third. Valencia's throw, that's not in time. Jennings beats it out.
Yeah, bad combination there. A chopper by Desmond Jennings, and Danny Valencia backs up to get a better hop. That's a long throw from over there at third base. Just able to beat it. There he is. He's backing up to play that hop. Boy, you got to hose it. Not enough.
There's Ben Zobrist. Step back. Jennings in there at first. Pitch out. Came back a little bit. 1 ball, no strikes. Ground ball headed to second. To see it in the middle, it's dropped by Carroll. Well, they had a chance to turn the double play. That'll be an error charged to Carroll.
Now, Jamie Carroll, such a solid player for this Minnesota Twin team early part of the season. Boy, this was tailor-made, but you see he's coming across the bag. That toss was right over the bag, but he had committed himself coming across, had to reach back for it, wasn't able to corral it.
So the Rays with an opportunity to tack on now. Anderson will head to the mound. The bullpen gets up, so just that quickly the Rays have a threat. So Rick Anderson's out there to talk it over and take a little more time. Well, the big right-hander Jeff Neiman goes to the mound. That'll be the wrap-up game of this series. Francisco Liriano will be on the hill tomorrow for the Minnesota Twins. We'll be with you at 1 o'clock. It's Brian Dunsing loosening in the bullpen now for Minnesota. Carlos Pena will be the hitter for the Rays with 2 men on and 1 out. Pitch is a fastball away from him on the corner for a strike. He's with 8 hits tonight, 3 runs. One ball, 1 strike.
There you go. Now you can see it.
Gave up the base hit to Jennings. Thought he had the double play ball, but Carroll dropped it. Everybody was safe. Now it's 2 balls and a strike. Breaking pitch. Carroll might be the last guy out there defensively for the Twins you would expect to drop a double play ball. Pitch is down. 3-1. Count. Pena takes a big rip at the fastball, fouling it back. He'll take the count full. Single in the first, drew the big walk in the 6th inning that led to the 3-run inning. And this one hits him. Well, he threw him that curveball there, and he hits him in the foot with it, and the bases are loaded.
Now really trying to jump on this pitch, and he just came way over the top of it, yanked it right over to Carlos Pena's front foot. So often with off-speed pitches, especially breaking balls, when you're trying to throw a nasty one, try to throw it really hard. Try to do too much.
Here's Evan Longoria. The pitch is down. He started him with the curveball.
Yeah, that curveball maybe gets a swing from Carlos Pena. You're just trying to throw it in there, staying on top of it, let the fingers work over the top of the baseball. But boy, when you really try to yank it and make it nasty, it doesn't always work out.
2-0. Goes for the fastball there, and we'll get a visit from Ryan Doman. Barnett, a busy man out of their bullpen last year. He's in 66 games. Bases are full. 2-0 the count. Ground ball third. Knocked down by Valencia, and everybody's going to be safe. Valencia tried to backhand it, and it popped right out of his glove. Jennings crosses the plate. The Rays get their 4th run.
Now the Twins defense has let them down this inning, and that ball, by the way, when it came out of Danny Valencia's glove, didn't look like there was too much of a sense of urgency to go after it and at least try to get one out. Watch this right here. The backhand, it comes out, and it's almost like you got to be kidding me.
It's going to be an error charged to Valencia, to run batted in. It's 4-0 Rays, and a pitching change coming. Have a 4-0 lead coming up on Rays Live, the postgame presented by Checkers. Todd Callis and Orestes Estrada will anchor our coverage from center field. We'll have Joe Maddon's press conference, interviews from the clubhouse. Luke Scott, the bases are loaded. He's facing the left-hander Brian Dunsing. His feet. 1-0. Well, a couple errors here in this inning. 3 errors in the last 2 innings as Dunsing is on for the 8th time already. Scott takes it inside. 2 balls, no strikes. Luke with 3 grand slams. 1 this year. And ball 3. He takes it inside. Dunsing was in the game for a third of an inning last night. He came on to face Carlos Pena with a man on and 2 outs in the 8th inning and struck him out. Now he's behind Scott 3-0. Zobrist at third, Pena at second, Longoria at first. Luke swings 3-0. A fastball fouling it back. 3-1.
Right down the middle. Joe giving Luke the green light. Can't pass up a pitch like that.
Three and one now. Fouls this one. And another fastball. Dunsing to third, Minnesota pitcher. They have further action in their bullpen. Jeff Gray. Rays have scored a run in the inning. They have just one hit so far. A couple of errors, a hit batter. And the 3-2. Half foul. Do it again. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Romano worked the front 6. He was charged with 3 runs, 2 earned. Alex Burnett a third of an inning, and he departs with the bases loaded. Two now. And a broken bat, ground ball up the middle. Casilla to Carroll 1, first base 2. A 4-6-3 double play with the glove toss from Casilla to Carroll to start it. Rays lead 4-0. Rays with 3 in the 6th and 1 in the 7th carry a 4-0 lead into the 8th inning. James Shields allowing 3 hits, a couple of walks, and 6 strikeouts. Here's the first pitch to Denard Span, and the pitch is in there for a strike. 100 pitches now on the night for Shields. Too low. 1 ball and 1 strike. It's too low. 2-1. J.P. Howell is up in the bullpen. Play. 2-2. Happening in baseball today. Phil Humber threw a perfect game. Oh, the White Sox in Seattle, a 4-0 final there. There's strike 3. Span caught looking.
Boy, that was an absolutely perfect pitch there by James Shields. He starts this cutter off the plate, takes it to the outside corner or thereabout. That little cut, Molly Bell buys right in. Talk about it all the time. You continue to be around the zone, you'll get some calls.
Pitch to Carroll is high. Yeah, those plate umpires love continuity. They love the consistency of location, and you're rewarded for it.
Well, you come into these ball games with the known as a strike thrower, a guy that's got good command, and you show that off the bat, you're consistent with it, they start opening up for you.
It's a strike. 2-1. Seven strikeouts, a couple walks for Shields. Popped up, foul ball right side. Pena's after it, playable, and he's got it. 2 gone.
Well, let's take a look at tonight's textbook question. Who's the best catcher in the American League? TB1, Joe Mauer. TB2, Mike Napoli. TB3, Carlos Santana with the Indians. TB4, AJ Pierzynski. TB5, Matt Wieters from up in Baltimore. Text 789-789 to submit your vote. Standard message and data rates always apply.
Some of these guys play multiple positions, including Mauer. So will that affect him in the voting? You know, he's first base tonight, DH yesterday. Want to know the count to Mauer?
Making that transition for the sake of longevity?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I would think it would have to hurt.
Yeah. Should you have a guy who just catches on that list? No other position, just catcher.
Yeah, I mean, you even have Carlos Santana playing a little bit of first base.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got Wieters or Pierzynski. Those are your choices.
Yeah, and if you wanted to fill out that, then who else could you put on there?
Kelly Shopper.
Of course. Fly ball to left. Jennings handles that. A 1-2-3-8. We go to the bottom of the 8th. I knew you would come up with the right answer. Matt Joyce going to lead it off here with Upton due to follow, and then Molina. Matt facing Dunsing, the lefty. Pitch is down, a ball and no strikes. We mentioned the perfect game by Phil Umber thrown earlier today as the White Sox beat the Mariners 4-0 in Seattle. At the strike, it's 1-1. The Yankees at one time down 9-0 at Fenway come back and beat the Red Sox 15-9. It's a strike. 1-2. The Rangers and the Tigers in a day-nighter, and Texas won the first game 10-4. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Tigers lead in the second game 3-1 with Texas batting in the 8th. Little popper back a third. Foul ball. Valencia is after it. He makes the catch. 1 away, and now with Upton due up, Ron Gardenhire comes out of the dugout with an eye toward the bullpen. Twins are going to bring on their 4th pitcher of the game. We'll be back in a moment. Nothing lead. Rays hitting in the bottom of the 8th inning, and they'll wrap up the series tomorrow against the Twins with Jeff Diamond on the hill. He'll take a 3-0 career record into that game against Minnesota, and he'll be opposed by Francisco Liriano. Our coverage on Sun Sports begins at 1 o'clock tomorrow, right here. Crowd tonight of 31,774. 31,774 the attendance. Jay Upton, who had the big base hit, driving in a couple runs in the 6th inning. 1-0 the count as he faces Gray. Missing an extra base hit.
I mean, just foul. Good look at it. Close.
right-hander delivers, and the pitch is down. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Roller foul. Split time last year between the White Sox and the Seattle Mariners. And he has lost Upton there. So Upton heads to first. He originally got to the big leagues with Oakland. Jose Molina been hit by a pitch and is doubled tonight, 1 for 2. BJ on base for the 3rd time, this time with a walk. It's back in. And again a move to first. BJ back. This is the 8th appearance for Gray this year. He has a couple of wins already. He's 2-0, and he made the most of them. He got a 1-pitch win and then a 2-pitch win against the Angels on back-to-back outings on the 11th and 12th.
That is living right.
Pitch inside. 1 ball, no strikes. It was a scoreless game until the 6th when the Rays scored 3. They added another run in the 7th. And after walking Upton, Gray falls behind Molina 2-0. BJ back in, extending his lead a little bit over there.
BJ with the flinch towards second. Boy, it doesn't take much to get a close play over there or to get picked off. A little change in direction.
Pitch is high. Gray hurried his delivery there.
Well, the more that you're thinking about the runner over there, the less you're thinking about making a quality pitch to the plate. Here you are in a bad count once again. That's why the Rays having that threat of the stolen base, some good base stealers out there. You can really divide a pitcher's mind.
Molina takes a strike. 3-1. Twins took the first game of the series last night. It was a 5-4 final. The Rays lead 4-0 tonight. Goes Upton, and the pitch is down and in. Molina heads to first. Back-to-back walks. Set up Rays runners at first and second with 1 out. Sean Rodriguez will be the hitter. Sean tonight looking for his first hit, a sacrifice in the 5th inning. That first pitch, slider, and strike one. Is foul. Upton dancing away from second. Love to start on that pitch. Pitched most recently in the Thursday game against New York. Two on, one out, 2 strikes the count to Rodriguez. It's low and away. Bono for 6, Burnett a third. Nelson got credit for a full inning. Nelson came in with the bases loaded, got a double play ball, and then he got the first out here in the 8th. Rodriguez just a piece of that one to stay alive on a slider. Gray started him with a slider, and he tried to finish him with a slider. Blue Jays are batting in the top of the 9th, and they lead Kansas City 9-5. Two balls, 2 strikes. Encarnacion and Rasmus have homered for the Blue Jays. Rasmus is hit 2 for the Blue Jays tonight. The 2-2 all the way to the backstop, and boy, did he miss on that one. In the opposite batter's box, a wild pitch advances the runners to second and third.
Now, this has not been a memorable outing for Mr. Gray. A couple of walks and tried the corner and missed. Yeah, that's just even. There you go. Oof. Right to the edge. I don't know how you do that. Unless you got a handful of pine tar.
So now the infield comes in. 3-2. Fouled off to the right. Twins are starting to get more action in the bullpen. Very struggling. Here is walk 2. Now 3-2. Sean hits it on the ground to short. Carroll comes home. They're going to get Upton in the rundown, and Delmott puts the tag on him. Molina goes over to third, and Upton is thrown out at the plate. 6-2 on the put out. 2 gone. Rodriguez reaches on a fielder's choice. Here's Desmond Jennings. Desmond singled and scored in the 7th. Look out. He had Molina ducking, and then the catcher in the bullpen needed a little help as well and got it on that liner off the bat of Jennings. Molina getting out of the way. Now the bullpen catcher's in some peril. One strike the count on Desmond. Pitch away, and Gray, you could see Gray hold on to that pitch a little longer than he really wanted to.
Wasn't quite as extreme as the one that got to the backstop, but another fastball in that's yanked well off the plate.
Pitch popped up, foul. That's coming back and out of play. You know, he's thrown the slider, but that fastball is really missed wide on the fastball. The 1-2 inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. First and third for the Rays with 2 outs in the 8th. And a line drive into center. Span is there to make the catch. And the Rays do not score. They leave 2. We go to the 9th as James Shields prepares to head out there, leading 4-0.
Presented by authority of the Tampa Bay Rays and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Tampa Bay Rays.
James Shields goes back to the hill. He had a 1-2-3 8th, and he's set to start the 9th inning. Shields at 112 pitches, and he's gone 19 1/3 scoreless innings now. He's going to face Willingham, Josh Willingham, and the first pitch is in there. That's a strike. Career high pitch count for Shields is 126. There's a base hit over the head of Zobrist into center field. So that will extend the hitting streak for Willingham. He's hit safely in 15 games to start the year. Justin Morneau is going to be the hitter now. Pitch is a strike. Game hitting streak to start the season and to start his run with the Minnesota Twins. It's a ball and 2 strikes. There's 74 strikes and 43 non-strikes. Puckett safely in 15 games to start the 94 season. Josh Willingham has done that this year. Two the count. Hit up the right field line. That's going to go beyond the bullpen. Kick back to Joyce, who has a little trouble corralling it. Stopping at third is Willingham. And Morneau is in at second with a double. Right up the line and into the right field corner. And that's going to be it for Shields.
And this changeup just stays up. Catches a little bit too much plate. Morneau rifles it into the corner.
Shields giving up a single and a double here, and he'll get a good hand from this crowd of over 31,000 at Tropicana Field tonight. Shields departs with 8 innings plus under his belt and a 4-0 lead. After working 8 innings plus 2 hitters in the 9th, allowing 5 hits, he's responsible for the 2 men on in scoring position right now as he departs the scoreless streak of 19 in the 3rd innings.
James Shields did quite the job moving those pitchers around again, both sides of the plate. It's tough to get any kind of a rhythm as a hitter. You just don't know how he's going to attack you next. Continually changing his patterns, but Willingham able to fight one into center, and Morneau down the line. Now Fernando Rodney comes on to try to close this thing out.
Faces Ryan Doman. And the pitch is in there for a strike. Starts him with a changeup.
And you see Doman, his head up and down real quick, not expecting the first pitch changeup from Fernando Rodney, who can rush it up mid-upper 90s.
Upstairs. Lena upstairs to corral that one. Rodney was in the game Thursday in Toronto. It's up the left field line, slicing toward the line, and it's caught by Jennings. A tag by Willingham. He scores from third, and the Rays take the out.
Desmond Jennings with a good jump, closing quickly. Nice job of keeping his concentration, knowing that that low wall's coming up.
One out. It's now 4-1. Gordo still at second. Only Valencia takes a fastball to 95, too close. One ball and no strikes. Strike. That's a strike on the corner, says Wally Bell. Fastball registering in the mid-90s. Foul right back. Fastball. It's a 97-mile-per-hour fastball up, and Valencia just fouled it right back over the screen.
Fastball up there by Rodney with the extra velo on it. Bad thought, come back here with that changeup.
Battle back. Valencia. He's caught looking on a fastball at 96.
And had some late movement to it at the end, but this pitch trying to go away comes right back across the inner part, and Valencia caught staring at it. Got a good look at it right into the glove. It's right there.
Blake Thomas, the hitter now for Minnesota. And he swings and misses. He was expecting the hard stuff, and he got the changeup.
Rodney, I mean, and you see the differential in the miles per hour. 95, 97. That pitch at 80. Good luck.
And a strike. He drops another one in there.
And it looks exactly the same. I love Fernando Rodney's approach. No frills, no big high leg kick, nothing much of anything other than pick the leg up, put it down, and fire away. And then you got 15, 16 mile an hour difference between fastball and changeup.
0-2. And he threw him another one and just missed with that one. How about that? 3 straight changeups.
And that, it looked like he humped up. Like he really let her fly at 83. And that looked like a good pitch.
Oh, that's a great pitch right there. He changed up on the plate umpire.
Struck him out.
1-2. Swing and a miss. The hard stuff does it. 96 on the fastball. And this game is over. Rays win it 4-1 to even the series at a game apiece. And James Shields will pick up his 3rd win. Shields 3-0. Pavano the loser 1-2. And Rodney picks up save number 5. Took 3 hours and 3 minutes to play this game. And the Rays are winners for the 8th time this year to go to 8-7. Great effort by the Rays right-hander James Shields, and Fernando Rodney finished it off. Just like we promised earlier in the game, it's Miller time, brought to you by Miller Lite. In his 2nd game back, B.J. Upton had 2 hits and a walk tonight. Got a big base hit in the 6th inning to drive in 2 runs. Another run scored on an error in the inning. So the Rays built that 3-0 lead, go on to win 4-1. And Todd Callis is standing by with B.J. Upton right now.
Thanks, Dwayne. B.J., a chance to get back in the flow, contribute. How does it feel to be back and provide some runs for this team?
You know, yesterday I was a little jittery. You know, that being my opening day, so I couldn't take much from yesterday. But they, you know, felt like I was back to normal. And like I said, still ironing out some things, but you know, you take what you can get and you know, just try to get better every day.
You got that ground ball base hit your first time up. What was Pavano doing today that was effective early?
You know what, he throws all of his pitches for strikes, and he does a great job of you know, getting guys to chase. And you know, we know that coming in, and you know, we battled, had some good ABs, and you know, pieced together an inning, and luckily scored a couple of runs.
2nd time up, 1st and 3rd, 1 out. You hit into a double play. Then you and George Hendrick had a little conversation. Any words of wisdom from your first base coach?
No, you know what? It wasn't a bad swing. I hit it hard. It was just on the ground and right at him. And you know, normally when I get doubled up, that's what it takes. So you know, I couldn't be too mad about it. Like I said, still a work in progress, and you know, I like where I'm at right now.
And let's take us through your next at bat. That was the key. When you get down 0-2. And you said he's throwing everything for strikes. That has to be a tough battle.
Yeah, you know, the biggest thing there is not to panic and, you know, stay in the strike zone and you know, try to get a good pitch to hit and fight it as much as I can. And, you know, he left the changeup up, and I didn't try to do too much with it. I just, you know, tried to get the barrel to it, and it worked out.
And then they try and make the throw to 3rd, and it hits Joyce, so it scores a 3rd run. You're pretty pumped up when by the time you get to 3rd, huh?
Yeah. You know what? You know, Shieldsy told me to go out there and just do it. And, you know, just in that situation to come up with a hit like that, you know, after being scoreless for 6 or 7, and it's pretty big in that situation.
Final question, BJ. You saw Shields last year, what he did, finishing top 3 Cy Young. This guy seems to always come up big for you.
Absolutely. You know, he takes pride in taking that mound, especially when we need a win. And, you know, being in center field is fun to watch. And, you know, hopefully he can keep that up all year.
I lied to you. There's one other thing I want to ask you. Dom, a kid you met today in the All Children's Hospital. You have any message for him? I know the Children's Dream Fund made it happen today.
Yeah, Dom, I didn't hit a home run, but, you know, came up with a pretty big hit. So I think that's just as good.
There you go. Thanks, BJ.
Thank you.
Guys, that was a special message for Dom as BJ met him at the All Children's Hospital earlier this morning. Back to you.
All right, Todd, thank you. The Rays win it 4-1. James Shields picks up the victory. Back in a moment.